You are worthy of the treatment that you desire. And if someone is not giving it to you, the next person will. Become a better person and you attract better people. Do not allow the loneliness to make you lower your standards. Hello, I am coming at you as a girl who is in the best relationship of her life after spending almost 2 years being single. In this video, I want to share with you a few things that I learned during my single season to help you along in your journey wherever you are during your single season. So let's get started. First thing you need to do is get your self-esteem in order. You need to realize that being single is not a bad thing. When you have that in mind, you're not acting out of desperation and feeling shame for being single. It's important to create a life where you feel happy with yourself, with or without a partner. Even though you want a partner, create a life where you're still happy without one, while still being able to admit that you desire one. One of the first things I did during my single season was increasing my confidence and increasing my magnetism. When you're in a relationship for long periods of time, and you don't spend any time by yourself, it's really hard for you to get to know yourself outside of a relationship. And that can cause you to not be confident in who you actually are because you're with someone and you know who you are with them, but you don't actually know who you are outside of them. Make that your priority to increase your confidence and increase your self-esteem. When you increase your confidence and your self-esteem, you start to radiate magnetism and people become attracted to you. Whether it's a partner or not, you still be able to create relationships with people or create experiences for yourself just by being magnetic, just by being your confident self. I have a couple of videos on how to be confident and magnetic. You can watch it here and I will post another one in the description box because I can't put two in the cards. The next part of your single season is enjoying your single season. Now that you've got that confidence up, you have that pep in your step, it's time to start enjoying being single. Personally, I highly recommend not dating for at least 1 year in your 20s and do this with intention, with the intention of dating yourself, getting to know yourself, educating yourself, and learning to love yourself. When you have only time to spend with yourself, you really dive deep and learn about who you are, what you value, without outside influences and partners telling you who you should be for them. So ways to enjoy your single season is to go on solo dates. I would go on solo dates pretty much every week when I was single, and it was super fun. It was enjoyable. It was how I met a majority of my friends that I have right now that I've met in adulthood. And they're really incredible people that I attracted and magnetized to me based on who I was becoming. And if you want to make actual meaningful friendships in adulthood, going on solo dates is the way to do it. Hang out with your friends. Have your bi-weekly, monthly, weekly, if you have that much time, girls' night outs or girls' night ins. Just enjoying your life without the constant dull noise that comes from seeking attention from men, which is what my decentering men video is about. When you decenter them, it will definitely help you enjoy your single season. And that could actually be a chapter of your single season, is decentering men and actually enjoying your life without worrying about the male gaze. Invest in new hobbies. I took up golf. I started going to the gym. I started going to wine tastings and wine classes and genuinely started to fill up my social calendar with hobbies that I felt called to do. Read more books. I read dozens of books in the past 3 years, and it's helped equip me to attract better partners, people who were educated, people who had something to say and had a grip on the world. Become a better person and you attract better people. Comment some of your favorite solo date activities and or hobbies that you enjoy doing and some hobbies that you would like to adopt. Like, I know that finding hobbies is kind of hard for some people. Definitely write them in the comments so that when other people read them, they're able to be like, you know what? I could pick this up. Like, this is actually a good hobby for me. You might help somebody out. Okay. There is a darker side to your single season, and that comes with everything. There's a light and a dark to everything, and it is loneliness. It can get lonely for sure. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had several nights where I cried myself to sleep because the date was bad, or I was just like, oh, I thought this person had something and then like did something where I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work out. And I was just like over it. Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to do this anymore. Or just like wanting to have your partner and find your partner and just have someone to like come home to at the end of the day, someone who can hug you. It does get lonely at times, but you just have to figure out what you can do to mitigate those feelings, because feelings are fleeting. It's only going to last for a little while. You accept the feeling, you cry it out, you just follow what your emotion is telling you to do. Just don't harm yourself or anybody else, of course. Let the emotion pass and then do things that make you feel less lonely. Call up a friend, go on a walk, enjoy some nature, talk to your mom, go do something you enjoy, go do a workout class, whatever it is. The feeling will pass. Just dust yourself off and try again. And do not allow the loneliness to make you lower your standards. Yes, I'm talking to you. Don't you dare do it. Which takes me to my next point, being strict. Be strict with your standards. So now you're at the point of your single season where you're actually going on dates. Some people do all of this together at one time. Some people don't go on dates for the first few months or first few years. Whatever your journey is the way your journey is supposed to be. So when you are back to dating, when you are dating, be strict. Cut off communication when your standards are not being met. Don't try to convince someone to be better for you. Let them be who they are and act accordingly. When you're strict with your standards, you're not allowing people to come into your life, come into your home, come into your womb. And having those restrictions helps you make better and clearer decisions, because you don't have a bunch of oxytocin running around in your brain telling you that this is a good partner and clouding your judgment. The whole point of abstaining from relationships is to figure out who you are and what you want so that you can get the best that you can get. But if you're just not thinking logically about what it is that someone is offering you and you're just going based on feelings and emotions and whatever, then when those feelings and emotions change, you're stuck in another dead-end relationship, or you're hurt because he changed, but he showed you who he was since the beginning. That's why I say be strict. Be strict and observe. Observation is key. Just observe the person. You don't have to try to convince them to be what you want them to be. Observe who they are. Go out in real life. Go through real life scenarios. Go to the grocery store. Go on a date. Go on a walk on the beach. Watch him interact with people who are serving him and see, what is this guy about? What does he value? You are worthy of the treatment that you desire. And if someone is not giving it to you, the next person will. Which brings me to my last point, choosing wisely. When your self-esteem is so high and you know that you'll be happy even if it doesn't work out with this subpar man, you are literally on top of the world. Like, people are flocking at your feet. They want a piece of that feminine energy. They want it. So you're gonna have a lot of options. Choose wisely. For all of my hypergamous girlies out there, just because he's wealthy does not mean he's generous. There are too many cases of women being impressed by what this man is wearing, what car he's driving, where he lives. Meanwhile, he hasn't given you a single dollar. Meanwhile, he hasn't made your life easier in any way, shape, or form. Actually, he's making your life harder. Actually, he's making you doubt your existence and your self-esteem and making you doubt yourself, which in turn lowers your magnetism so that you're unable to attract high quality men around you. For what? For a man who's showing you his money, but not like, please. I have definitely gone on dates with men who were wealthy, but not generous. And I'll tell you right now, what's the point? Like, maybe you can go on a joyride in his Porsche or his Ferrari, take your video, but when he drops you off home, just block the number. Selfishness is not a quality that you should allow in a partner. Have standards for things that actually matter instead of like the superficial stuff. Like, you could have some superficial stuff on your list, but what creates long-lasting relationships that are healthy are the values that you share with each other. Things like looks, charisma, height are fun, they're cute, they're nice to have, they're impressive to other people when you're out and about, but things like family, their kindness, the love that they have for you, how much they accept you, how calm they make you feel in their presence, someone that you feel at home with is exponentially more important. Someone who is consistent, someone who's loyal, someone who can apologize are all better qualities than the womanizer. Take stock in actual values that will get you the future that you want. Think for your future. I mean, if you're staying single for an extended period of time, even though there's like dating apps and there's ways to just get with someone, it shows that you have discipline and that you actually know what you want in life. So Make the choice for your future self, for your kids, if you want to have kids. That's the best outcome of a single season, is getting in a relationship with a partner who values you, loves you, cherishes you, someone who's consistent, loyal, all of the things I already listed. So whether you just started your single season and you're trying to learn how to enjoy it, or you're nearing the end of your single season and you're ready to find love, this video covers the entire journey. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Comment below where you are in your journey and what's a recent obstacle that you have overcome. Or if you just ended the journey altogether, give some advice to the people. Like, what should the people know? I mean, the dating pool is a little questionable right now. My single season would not have lasted 2 years or almost 2 years if it were better, but hey, it is what it is. I am where I'm supposed to be and I'm happy. So that's what matters. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. You made it all the way to the end. You better subscribe because we're besties now. I literally just taught you everything I know in life. Just kidding. I know a few more things, which is why you should subscribe, because I will be sharing that knowledge with you. And so you can do better than I did and use the lessons that I learned to make your life better. But anyway, yeah, I will see you in my next video. Later.